Hey all, Matt with Bobcat Bonsai here, and today, if you're watching this, then I am gonna forge a pair of Jin Pliers for bonsai work. Any blacksmith that watch this, I am a hobbyist blacksmith, so you're gonna see a lot of things that you're gonna be like, wow, you're doing that all wrong. And that's okay. I'm just doing what works for me and doing what I enjoy doing. So feel free to let me know in the comments down below your thoughts on what I'm doing. All right, let's get to it. All right, so right now I have the metal warming up in the forge behind me. Most of this video is all just gonna be sped through. I might do a little voiceover here and there. Probably have some music in the background, you know, all the fun things that I like to do. Just because this is gonna be super loud and I'm not gonna put you through listening to how loud this gets while I'm marking. All right, so just a little bit longer yet and we should be good to start. Alright, so as far as forge work goes, that's about where I stop. I made myself a pretty solid blank right there that I am then going to, so as far as the blacksmiths know, I could have actually, instead of just center punching that hole, I could have punched it all the way through, but I'm really bad at that, so I didn't. So I center punched it, and now I'm going to drill the holes through once they cool down a little bit. So everything's cooling down right now, and once that finishes up, I'm going to turn around and get it in my little vise right here, and I'm going to drill through for the pins. And then once that's done, I'm sorry, I said we were done with forge work. We will end up going back in the forge then to set the rivet to hold it in place. But before that, I need to get everything filed up, take off the sharp edges, so I end up filing those down rather than hammering them out. Sorry, my throat's a little dry after that. And then I have to put the teeth in for the Jin Pliers as well, so I will end up filing those in as well. So I'll be right back with you as soon as it cools down a little bit. Alright, so the drilling is done. Now on to the extra fun part. This is when I'm going to go through and file all of the edges. Alright, I'll speed you through it, don't worry. Alright, so don't hold this against me in the whole handmade thing. I'm going to go over to my belt sander and finish these up because, well, I knew it was going to take a while, but it's going to take a very long while because I have to get up here in the saddles perfect so that these things line up just the way that I want them to. So I'm going to head over to the belt sander and get this all cleaned up and ready to go. Alright, also my SD card filled up and you lost 90% of what I was doing, but you didn't miss much anyway. So when I was forging everything out, which I'm sure some of the smiths saw, I put one of the heads the wrong way, which then makes it not work. So I had to reheat it up and shift the head from one side to the other, and everything got lined up properly. So right now it's just cooling down. I'll give you a little see of what's going on. Don't mind the lighting, it's my cell phone. It's super hot right now. I don't want to touch it. It's got riveted together. I have to go in and actually shape up the jaws then and put all the teeth in there. I'm gonna feel the handle once it cools down and see if I like the way it feels or not. If I don't, then I'll reshape it. Alright, so we will get back to it tomorrow. I'll see you then. You'll see me in like 3 seconds. Hey y'all, so I'm back with you on day 2. I've got the little guys here. I marked them up. We're gonna hit the grinder over here, get them shaped up for the nose, and then I've got to go back and I actually have to tighten up the little rivet on it because it's got too much side to side play. So we're gonna tighten that up, adjust the bends in the pliers themselves. I'm gonna put little marks up everywhere where I need to do some adjustments. So let's get to it. Alright, so we're about to finish these up here and get the final color on it, as well as get the oil soaked in so that they don't rust. So at this point, I'm going to give them away. So they're not super fancy. They're definitely not the quality you're going to buy from the handmade ones in Japan, but I'll give these away to free for the first person who comments my Jin Pliers. Alright, so here they are. I've got some nice little teeth in there. At the end you'll see what they look like all finished up. And then I did also stamp them since they're the first pair that I made with my initials and then 001. So this will be the first pair of Jin Pliers that I've made. So if you want them, just comment my Jin Pliers. Alright, also, this is it. This is the end of the video. Let's take a little look at what we've got here. So we've got these little Jin Pliers. I tried to use like the heat treat fading colors where I brought from the blue down into your purples, your orange, into your yellow. And I did it again from the front and brought it backwards this way. So I think they're pretty cool. I like the little teeth in there. They grab really good. I was actually grabbing onto some leather gloves with them and pulling as hard as I could. See if I would break it. I didn't. These are my first set that I've made. So I initialed and then put the one in there for the first ones. These are made out of mild steel, so it's not made out of a tool steel of any sort. I figure since it's a Jin plier, I have no intention of putting a real edge on it, that you don't really need a tool steel for that situation. I mean, for the most part, we're grabbing wood, twisting it around the head and bending it off. So we shouldn't need a hardened steel for that. I am looking into starting to make little tweezers and stuff as well. Going into winter, I spend a lot more time down in my forge. So will I ever have a huge tropical collection? Probably not, because I like to come down and play around in my forge in the winter as well. So hopefully you guys liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you enjoy this kind of content, I know this isn't something that you'd want to see all the time, but if you want to see it here and there, let me know, and I can record some of the other stuff I do. It will definitely be a lot of fast track stuff because I've spent way longer than I should have doing this. So this is going to be a long video that I'm going to try to cut down into about 15 minutes. So I have a whole lot of editing to get into, and hopefully you enjoy it. Share one of my videos if you find one that you like. Share it with your friends so that more people can get to enjoy the random things that I do in my life. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I'd greatly appreciate that. And if you want to be notified every time I release a new video, hit the bell notification. Thank you.